Hello everybody, Zach Buchanan here. This is going to be my first video for this channel. Um, this is going to be a post vlog from Cridersville, which would have been, what date was it? Today's the 17th, so it would have been like the 12th, October 12th, 2013, Cridersville Speedway, Cridersville, Ohio. I don't know why that light's blinking. But anyways, that was my first race with my go-kart. Um, it was actually my first points race. I've ran like pre-rookies there before, which is like basically hot laps. But it was actually my first race. The I wanted to have it recorded, but that didn't go as planned. But it was, it was okay. Ran hot laps. They figured that the track wasn't shaping up very well. It wasn't working in very well, so they had to run a second session of hot laps. So went through with that, and then they were having light issues as we were doing the drivers meeting, and so due to that, we had to wait about an hour or so. And then about 9 o'clock, right around 9 o'clock, I'd say, we started the heats. The first heat went okay. After finding out, I had to add about 35 pounds of weight just so I'd make minimum, because we've been weighing it just to make sure it meets the minimum requirements for weight. We thought we had that met, and we didn't, apparently. So we had to add 35 pounds, which threw our setup off. It threw it way off because, 35 pounds, that's kind of a lot for a go-kart, and it can kind of throw it off. So we were basically thrown behind by that, but tried to persevere and keep after. I decided to start at the back the whole night, just because I don't want to get in people's ways, because it's the last points race of the season, plus, more cars to pass, so that's fine with me. And first heat was okay. I got in a spin or two, I think, which, part of it was me overdriving it, because I wasn't used to all the weight. It was a completely different setup. Part of it was the setup, and then, also we're having, I don't know what it was, but it just seemed like that night everybody was mad at everybody, which is understandable. It's the end of the season. Everyone just wants to come out of there with a good result. So, it was getting pretty hectic, but it didn't really start till the second heat, and we were coming to take the green for the second heat, and they tell us in the driver's meeting you're allowed to start picking up your speed in the middle of turns 3 and 4, and as long as you're beside the person that's supposed to be next to you, you can be at full speed by the time you come across the start-finish line, and if you're not, you don't get the green flag. But we got the green flag, and right away, as we're coming onto the front stretch, somebody's hand shoots up in the air, and it was on the front row. And so everybody's hand on the inside line shot up, because, you're supposed to stick your hand up if you have, like, a problem. And that's what somebody did, and then everyone else did that as a precautionary thing, so that the people behind them would check up, and basically went from 2 wide to 3 and 4 wide almost, because everyone was just trying to get out of the way and get on the brakes and not get ran over from behind. And we weren't so fortunate. Here, I'll show you this. I was trying to go to the outside to avoid hitting the person in front of me, and I barely just caught them in the right rear on this bumper, this peg right here, this bolt, and it punched a hole in my bumper. And yeah, that's fiberglass. That's why I did that. And it put him in the mud. And I think some other people got some damage from that. Went back green. And then I was falling behind some people. I passed some people. I think I was running around 6th or 5th at the time, or maybe 7th, I'm not sure, somewhere around in there. And I was following somebody coming out of turn 2. Just got my right side tires barely in the marbles, got out of line just a little bit, and the wall just sucked me right in. Caught me with the right rear, and it just caught the right rear because I had the back end hanging out a little bit, and it caught it, and yeah, this is it right here. It caught it by the rim, and it folded it in, and then what it did was that impact, it brought the front end around, and I basically rode the backstretch wall with my right front tire sticking out like this. And so I had to wait till it came to a stop to continue on. By then I had scrapes of all kinds all over it, and I was like, and I could feel something bumping, and here what it was the tire was going down, and so I was like, well, I'll try feeling it out, and if it doesn't feel itself out by the time we go back green, I'll wait a lap and I'll come back in, because I was starting at the tail anyways, because I was the reason for the crash, and get back going. I was like, no, it's not happening, because what it wanted to do, it just wanted to take off on me. It wanted to, as if it was tight, it just wanted to go right for the outside wall. So so that's what I was fighting. I was like, I can't drive this. I gotta pull it in. And I also noticed I was slipping around, but I didn't think it was from the tire because I was feeling it all around. And what it was, somebody blew up. They were leaking oil on the racetrack, and they were leaking oil, and I think it was at the front of the field too. And they threw the caution just as I was pulling into the pits. So I thought the caution was for me. I was like, what the heck? I pulled off. But it wasn't. It was for a pileup on the backstretch. What happened was they threw the caution, and it was either people slipping in oil, they couldn't get slowed down, or they didn't notice the caution was out, and they ran into each other, or it was a combination of the two. And basically people just got turned, hit the wall all over the place, and one guy bounced off the wall, spun back into traffic, and got hit head on. And they noticed he wasn't moving, so they had to call the squad. And I think he was having back issues. They thought that maybe he broke a rib or something. Thank goodness he wasn't hurt worse than he was, and hopefully he's okay. I haven't heard anything about it, but I just really hope he's okay, because he was only moving his legs. He wasn't moving a whole lot. They had the red flag the race, so they finished the heat, and they just continued on with stuff. And then we get to the feature. I start last again, like I wanted to, and by now there were 7 people left. With all that happened in the first couple heats, 7 people left that were able to continue. I started last, like I wanted to, and what happened? Well, we had a red flag a couple laps into it because someone was leaking oil. They were forced to park because of that, because you don't want people leaking oil. So that person was leaking oil, and so they pulled him off, and there's 6 people left. I passed another person when we went back green, and then for some reason he pulled off. So I knew I was going to get a top 5, and then I was fighting issues with my car. I spun once or twice. I'm not sure. I spun once by myself. I got in the mud, got back going. Somebody turned me once. They punted me going into the corner, and I got up in the marbles, couldn't save it. And then another time, I got up in the marbles all by myself, and back in came around. I locked up the brakes, and I backed it into the tire barrier on the front stretch because there's the wall, there's turn 4, and there's basically the fencing, and that's it. So you could potentially hit it bad. It's a bad spot to hit it. And I actually hit it twice. I hit it in hot laps, I think, and I hit it sideways, and then I backed it in. Didn't do any damage, thank goodness, but from what you can see underneath here, plenty of damage. We had to rip away some of that, but yeah, probably gonna give that away, whatever I tore off right there, because I kind of had to. We might have to tear this off too, but and if I do, I might give that away to a friend or somebody. Not sure yet, but yeah. So I'm sorry this video is long. I didn't intend for it to be long. It was just it was an eventful night for everybody, and just I really hope it's not as eventful for the weeks to come, because I hate coming home with torn up stuff. And I think it's because I have a fiberglass body. That's why it got torn up as bad as it did. But anyways, yeah, I probably could have drove a little bit smarter, and yeah, I guess, I don't know. But thank you all for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and like it. If you have something to say about it, you want to ask me something, whatever, go ahead and comment. And if you like my videos, go ahead and subscribe. I'll be posting some later, just about, I guess, our operation. I guess you could say our go-kart operation. That's my dad's cart over there. If you guys got any suggestions for upcoming videos, I'll be happy to do whatever. Hopefully I can get somebody to tape me out on track this week, because this week we will be at Cridersville once again. But this week is a fun week because there's no more points races left, and this will be the last race of the season from the looks of it. Then the season will be over, and we started this late in the season to prep for next season. So, but anyways, I'm sorry this video is long. Didn't intend for it to be long, but yeah. So I also didn't mean to get this up as late as I did. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.